Hello and happy Tuesday. So excited to have you here with me today. My name is Wendy Lee from CreativeLeeYours.com, and I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in the US, and we are going to gather today in my studio for some crafty fun. Yay, 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 yay. Hopefully this has popped up in everybody's news feeds and we will start to see some people joining us. If not, we will craft on our own. It's all good too, right? All right. So I have a fun, I think, super cute card that is perfect for all kinds of celebrations today. So that's what we're going to make. I made a couple different versions of it. So we'll get started in just a moment. I do have a sneak peek behind me. Those are some cards that we will be creating at our stamping bingo and card class. So that's coming up in June. The event is June 24th at 2 p.m. Eastern. Don't have to participate. We do it over Zoom. So anybody in the US can participate. You don't have to participate with us if you don't want to. Some people come in and play bingo. That's the only way you win, right? And some just don't join us at all and they do their own thing, and that's fine as well. So registration closes June 10th. So you will find that information on my website under the events. So you can find me at CreativeLeeYours.com. Of course, if you're on my email list, that's what you really want, is to be on my email list, because then you'll know about everything I have going on. I send emails out to make sure you're up to date with everything. So I have registration going on for Cultivated Creativity, which we'll start talking about in just a moment. I've got registration open for Maker's Mojo that's happening in July. So many great things. All right, let's switch over. Let's get to our crafty fun. See if it all works. Oh, I forgot to stop and smile, so it froze me in a strange place. Always happens, right? Gotta love technology. Okay, so what are we going to do today? So today we are creating a fun celebration card. This is kind of neat, right? So you can switch out your designer paper, switch out your colors, and you have a fun celebration, all occasion celebration card, right? So you could use this for any type of celebration. Right? Confetti balloons, can't go wrong with these. So we are featuring the Beautiful Balloons stamp set and coordinating dies. Love, 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 love this. This is the featured bundle that we are doing for this month's Cultivated Creativity. So for those that don't know, Cultivated Creativity is a DIY paper crafting subscription. So of course you could join for 1 month and cancel, but you're going to love it so much you're not going to want to cancel. But you can if you want to. So sadly, this is only available in the US. I cannot sell Stampin' Up! Products outside of the US because that's where I'm located. But I do have some past tutorials that are currently available. They're typically available a month later. So you can check some of those out if you want to check out what the program is all about. But I'd love for you to come and subscribe. So the last day to subscribe, we're in the final days. So what is it? Friday, Saturday? It's the 20th. Saturday is the last day to be able to get your hands on the Beautiful Balloons kit. I'll show you a sneak peek of those projects at the end. So let's go back and look at these that we're making today. So I'm going to make a version of this. So I've got 3 different samples here. We've mixed and matched our colors a little bit, and we've got the different acetates. So part of this Bright and Beautiful collection, there is a specialty paper, which is an acetate. And on one side, it's got gold. And on one side, it's silver. So you can use either side of it, which I think is fantastic. So the card I'm going to make, since all 3 of these use silver, the card I'm going to make is actually going to be using the gold today. All right. And then we've brought the design to the inside, kept it really simple, but I think it's a stunning card that you could gift to anyone. So this is a fun one to create a stack of and have on hand. So that you have a card for any celebration, right? Who has gotten a graduation announcement, an unexpected graduation announcement in the mail this year? I know I have, right? So that will work for that as well. All right. Hey, Carmen, so glad you're here today. So I've got my basic white layer and a strip of designer paper, and then I've got a piece of Azure Afternoon, which I have actually die cut. So you could clip this with your scissors. But oh my gosh, there's this die right in here that is fantastic. Now, a couple tips on using this. This die doesn't cut all the way to the edge. So you need to make sure that when you're placing your cardstock that you are inside of that edge if you want it to cut all the way down. Because if you go all the way to the edge of the die, you're going to end up with a piece that doesn't cut. Secondary, you don't want to put it in the die like this, or you're going to get a bunch of little bitty strips, unless that's what you want, right? But if you want it as a fringed layer, you need to have a little bit peeking up over the top when you die cut this. So I've already run that through and die cut that for us. Yay. So I will make sure I add in the complete supply list. They'll have links right to my online store. You can just click on those links and add the items to your shopping cart that you need. And then I will have the complete cut dimensions as well, so you can recreate this on your own. Hey, Susan, so glad you're here as well. All right, so let's start by putting a strip of Stampin' Seal just on the back of my designer paper here. And I am going to adhere that right to that little fringe layer. Cute, so cute. So you can have a lot or a little sticking out. It's up to you. I think it's really just a nice little detail. And then I'm going to adhere this right down to this white layer. Now, when I place this, I'm looking at this bottom corner on the edge, and then I'm looking at this top corner over on this edge, and I'm going to angle that. Nice, right? I don't want this too high up, because if you get it too high up, then you end up smushing your space right up there for your stamping. So we're going to do that like so, and then let's clip away our excess paper. So we just flip it over, use our snips. You could use your paper trimmer if you prefer. I actually, because it might have some adhesive on it, I actually prefer to use my snips for this kind of a thing. But you know, you can do what you want, whatever makes you happy. All right, so there is my super cute layer. Love it, love it, love it. And there are so many great prints in this designer paper pack. You could mix and match any of them. All right, so let's take our balloon. So this is a cluster of balloons. It's going to cut them all out at once. Now, there are individual balloon dies in this set as well. You could choose to do it that way, but this is fast and easy. So I'm just going to take this and place it about here. So what I'm looking at is the spacing on this side and this side. I want that spacing to be similar, because I want a little room for my stamped sentiment. And it's okay if this gets closer to the edge. So let's go run this through. Perfect. And so we've got our layer die cut with a hole. Nice. All right, let's do a little stamping on this layer. I told you this was a fast, easy one. It surely is. I'm not stamping off the edge on this one, so this might be easier for you to see. All right, I am matching my sentiment color to my card base. I'm using Azure Afternoon, or however you want to say that, if I'm not pronouncing it correct. Hey, Jean, so glad you're here today as well. All right, we're going to ink that up. And I am just going to put it around where that balloon is, that largest balloon. Now, the shape doesn't match exactly, but I think it's okay. Now, I could have got it a little more to the right, but I think it's fine. I'm not going to let it upset me. It's all good, right? It's handmade. People can't get upset about handmade, can they? I don't know. All right, Berry Burst. Let's bring in some Berry Burst. If you guys have not figured out already, Berry Burst was one of my favorites when it was here before, and I'd forgotten how much I loved it, but I love it. 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 So we're going to just add a little confetti around the top area. So cute. All right, and then let's adhere our acetate to the back of this. So we're not making a shaker card, but it kind of, you know, adds an extra pizzazz to it by having that printed window in there, right? You could leave it plain, but how fun is that to add that on there? And like I said, there's 3 different prints, and you can use gold or silver. I'm going to use gold today. So let's put a little adhesive right on the back here. And then I am going to lay this acetate. I want the silver side facing me, since I want the gold to be seen. And I'm going to strategically move it over as far as I can to get as much of those sprinkles as I possibly can. So pretty. I love it. Love it, love it, love it. All right, let's add a little bit of ribbon. So we've got the gold and silver trim. So this is a 2-pack combo of ribbon. It's in the online exclusive. So you're not going to see that in our annual catalog. So you'll have to go to online store. So the online store is always going to have the latest and greatest. And if there's any special offerings or products, that's where you're going to find those. So I'm just going to lay this down right on that edge, hopefully I'm in camera, and I'm going to fold that to the back. So I just put that little bit of adhesive back there, and same thing here, and fold it to the back. And I let the angle go however the angle needs to go to be able to capture that. Now you could dimension this on, but I kind of like having that adhesive caught there. Now, if this concerns you that this is going to come loose, you can add some extra transparent tape, like some Scotch tape or something like that. I am going to pop this layer up, So you could strategically place a dimensional on the end of that ribbon, right? So it doesn't pull away, right? We could do that as well. So we don't have to worry about that being a problem for us. All right, let's grab, I'm just going to set that aside for a moment. I got a little ahead of myself. I'm going to grab my Azure Afternoon card base. And we will give this a good crease. So that's going to be our card base. And then I've got a piece of berry burst, and I'm going to lay that right down on my card base. So I'm going to do that one flat since we're going to pop up our white layer. We're just centering that best that we can, right? It's looking pretty good. And then I didn't take the backing paper off. So we'll take the backing paper off of this and get this one in. See, this is coming together pretty quickly. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. The more I play with this product suite, the more I love it. It's so much fun. So fun, so fun, so fun, so fun. All right, next, let's add some tassels. So I've actually already die cut these with the dies. So as you can see, this one right here. Now there's a tassel here where you could stamp, but I'm using this one right here and it's cut out. I cut out 3 gold foil tassels. Now you could, on the other samples, I have the silver foil. So you use whatever makes you happy. But since I'm using the gold side of this acetate, I thought the gold would look really nice. So I'm going to go ahead and we're going to put a little bit of liquid glue on each of these. And then I'm going to let that sit for a moment. Hopefully I can do it without making a mess and without putting my arm in it. I'm not the best at that. So I'm just putting a little bit of liquid glue up at the top. We'll put that in our card front in just a bit. So let's go to the inside of our card. So as you can see, I've added one of the balloons on the inside just to bring our design in there. We've kept it simple, but we want a little bit of something in there, right? That adds such a special touch to a handmade card. And, you know, that's something you don't get when you buy a card in the store, is that extra special touch. Or at least I don't think you get it. All right, so I'm bringing in my white layer and I am going to stamp off the edge a little bit. So I want to make sure that's positioned over to the side. And then we're going to ink up one of the smaller balloons. And I'm inking it up with Berry Burst ink pad. And I'm going to have this come off the edge just a smidge. Got a nice juicy image there. Now that'll dry a little bit later as the ink settles in. Okay, and then we're going to add the string with the Azure Afternoon. So delicate. Love it. Love it, love it, love it. All right. So let's go ahead and put this on our card inside. Okay. And then we'll be able to finish up our card front. I think though that adhesive will be dry enough. Hopefully. It might still be a little bit oozy, but we'll see. Hopefully it's a little bit dry. All right, so I am just going to place my tassels down, give them a little bit of a push, and just in case I've got too wet of glue still. I'm just going to put them at the bottom of each of these balloons. You can angle them like they're blowing in the breeze. You can have them all straight. It just looks so festive and fun, right? All right, so let's add a little bit of bling. Now, I used rhinestones on my original, and so it kind of went with the silver. You could switch to something else if you want. I'm going to stay with the rhinestones, and let's just see how it looks. Sometimes they look really good, mixing that gold and silver. You could also color your rhinestones. I've ordered my blends, but I haven't gotten them yet for Berry Burst. But wouldn't that be nice if they were Berry Burst? Look, see, I have one that I colored. I don't know what color I colored that with. A long time ago, probably. And wouldn't that look nice? Having them in Berry Burst, but I don't have that blend. It's not here yet. So it's on its way. Hopefully I will have it maybe tomorrow. But I'm just going to sprinkle on a couple of these rhinestones. They're not colored in. They're just right out of the package, and that's okay. We'll just sprinkle on a couple. Just the bling is nice. just the jewels. I think it's still pretty. So the point being, you can use either the gold or silver side, mix and match your colors. These, the designer papers for this one have so many great colors in it. Let me pull out that product suite. Let me pull out my catalog. Now I write in my catalog, so don't be surprised if you see writing in my catalog. Do you guys write in your catalogs? It's the only way I keep track of what I own, right? Oh, good. You love it. Yeah, it looks so much harder than it is. I think that the things that make this extra special, in my opinion, are this fringe layer, which was fast and easy to do with the die. Having this trio of balloons die cut with that acetate, it's just a wow factor, I think. It's really, really nice and fast and easy. Yeah, we did that in just a few minutes. I've been gabbing more than anything else. And then here's our bright and beautiful suite, if you guys haven't seen this one. So again, this is the one we're featuring in our May Cultivated Creativity. So those packets will ship out the 1st of June. Actually, they're going to ship out a little early this time because I'm going on vacation. Yay. But registration is Saturday. And it's just a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful suite. Lots of great, vibrant colors. Let me show you a sneak peek of the projects that we're doing in case you haven't seen them. I've shown them a couple times in my lives, but let's look at them again today. Oh yeah, iridescent rhinestones would be fantastic, Gina. I agree. Definitely. All right, so here's one. And look, we brought that acetate in. So this is a split front card. Love that cluster of stars with that gold trim sticking out. Fun, fun, fun. So that's one. And then we always do a non-card. So this is our non-card. So this is actually a mug cake. And it is the one I put in here is a chocolate caramel. Delicious. So we've just decorated that up. So how nice of a gift or a party favor would that be? Love it, love it, love it. All right, then we're going to get into a little more excitement. So the front might not, I like it. I think it's fun, but wow, wait to the inside. And we have a row of pop-up stars. Now, of course, you can make them without the pop-up element if you don't want to, but that's all in the instructions. And then my next one, I love this next one. Super fast and easy, but look, it's a wobble. My balloon floats. I love it. So we're going to show you how to do that. Super cute. And then last but not least, a shaker. We love shaker cards. So fun. And I just love the party of this one. It just looks like a party's going on. So super great set to celebrate just about any occasion. So I hope you guys like those. So do you guys like the silver or the gold side better? Let's see if I can spread these out. And I've got more of these. This is the card I actually am putting in the pocket. So each month in the Cultivated Creativity Kit, we put a finished project in there as a thank you, and we have a bonus tutorial, so it's written up. They've got all the directions, and we've done multiple colorway options. So I've got even more in the ones that I've created to put in the packet. So lots of fun. Yes, you guys love it? Yay! I'm so glad. If you're not already a Cultivated Creativity subscriber, I'd love for you to join us. It's a good kit to get in on. All right, I'm going to let you guys go. Have a great rest of your week. Oh, I do want to tell you before I go. So the next 3 Tuesdays, there will be a project. I'm on vacation. However, I've created projects for you guys. I'm pre-recording the videos and they will upload at the 12:30 time frame right here on my YouTube channel. So you will not miss them, okay? And the following day, there'll be a blog post that will also have the video and some additional information. I always put a supply list with the cut dimensions that you guys can download if you'd like to. Of course, you've got it in the description of the video, but if you want a printable version, right, or something you can save a little easier, then you can get back to that. So, all right, perfect. So I will see you again live in June. Let me look at my dates. June 13th. Is when I'll be back live. But again, the next 3 weeks, you're still going to get good projects, okay? I've got them ready for you. I don't want you guys to miss out on anything, all right? Perfect. Thank you so much, and have a great rest of your week.